I remember every word you said, every coffee in your tiny bed. If I could have another chance to be there, I would do it all again. I remember every word you said, every coffee in your tiny bed. If I could.
First place we're checking out today is a quiet little spot called Tillett Gardens. It's located in a small courtyard which used to be an old Danish farm. They've got a couple offerings here, but we grabbed pizza to get our day started. I highly recommend just finding this place and chilling for the day. And I hope you like cats because they're extremely friendly here.
You would tell me about my history. If I could have another chance to be there, I would really hear you.
For the best views in St. Thomas, I recommend going to Mountaintop. It's located on Peter Mountain in St. Thomas. It's a premier tourist destination famous for panoramic views of Magens Bay, the British Virgin Islands, and its world-renowned Banana Daiquiris, which I'm here to tell you will knock you on your butt. Also, while you're admiring the view, don't forget to look down. The iguanas have a habit of sneaking up on you. Well, y'all, last night at midnight it happened. I turned 50 years old. I think in my youth we'd probably waken up with a terrible hangover, but this morning we've decided to do something different because my priorities have changed, and we're gonna go to the botanical garden, check some things out. If we don't get killed on the way, driving here is a little bit dangerous, but yeah, let's go see if we can find some really cool flowers.
We're at the Phantasea Botanical Garden here in St. Thomas, and yeah, we're about to go check it out. We just got a nice intro from the woman up front, and they have some plants for sale, and Brian might want to buy an air plant to take back because it doesn't have soil on it, so you can take it back on planes. And that's all I know so far.
Let's explore. When Patsy Brundlin first set foot on the hillside that would one day become Phantasea Tropical Botanical Garden, it wasn't a garden at all. It was a wild, tangled mass of greens so dense she called it an impassable jungle. But while most people would have walked away, Patsy saw something else, possibility, and so began her decades-long transformation of that overgrown slope into a sanctuary. Years passed and the work was slow and patient. Little by little, paths took shape, terraces emerged, and the land began to reveal its character. By 2015, after more than 20 years of vision and effort, Phantasea opened to the public, not just as a garden, but as a celebration of tropical life. Inside the garden, over 1,200 species of plants flourish. Some are native to the Virgin Islands, while others hail from tropical climates around the world, coexisting in a vibrant patchwork of color and texture. Orchids and bromeliads are the stars here, Patsy's personal favorites, and they bloom across branches, terraces, and shaded corners as though the hillside itself were exhaling petals. But the garden is more than plants. It pulses with life. Frogs tuck into hidden pools and keep the mosquitoes away. Lizards dartle on stones warmed by the sun. Butterflies loop lazily through open pockets of light, and birds weave songs between the leaves. In their midst roam the garden's residents, parrots, tortoises, and chickens, moving as naturally through the space as the wind through the palm fronds. And from nearly every bend in the path, breathtaking views spill open of Magens Bay, Tortola, St. John, and the distant movement of cruise ships drifting like tiny toys against the horizon. It's a gentle reminder that while the garden feels like its own world, it is still perched gracefully above the hum of island life.
All right, we just crossed over on a ferry. We're gonna be spending the day over at St. John's Island. Gonna be doing some kayaking and some snorkeling, looking for sea turtles. But first things first, we gotta find some lunch. So we're looking for some tacos for some reason. Cravings, right? So yeah, let's go find some tacos. it's the last day on the island. We got up early this morning, took the ferry over to St. John's. We lost one of our 3 musketeers. He's not feeling too good today, so he's back at home resting. So Craig and I are going to be checking out an old sugar plantation called Annaberg. So we're going to walk around, see what we can find. Probably end up snorkeling after this again. I can't get enough of that. But yeah, let's go check out Annaberg historical site here in the national park.
These are the remains of Annaberg Sugar Plantation, one of the largest and most significant sugar-producing estates during the Danish colonial period in the Virgin Islands. The story begins in the early 18th century, after the Danes formally occupied St. John in 1718. The plantation that would become Annaberg was first granted to landholder Isaac Constantine in 1721. The plantation was later named Annaberg, literally Anna's Hill, in honor of the wife of a later owner, Solomon Ziegler. By the late 1700s, Annaberg rose to prominence under owner James Murphy, who purchased the estate in 1796. Annaberg grew into a state-of-the-art sugar-producing powerhouse with a massive windmill and factory complex capable of producing huge quantities of cane. In 1808, inventory recorded a staggering 591 enslaved people working the plantation, an indicator of the brutal labor system that powered its operations. Annaberg was not only a site of production, but also a flashpoint of resistance. Enslaved Africans endured harsh conditions, yet they organized culturally, socially, and politically. The 1733 St. John slave insurrection, one of the first successful prolonged uprising against European colonial powers in the Caribbean, deeply shaped the island's history and the broader system of slavery on St. John. Sugar production continued into the 19th century until a combination of emancipation in 1848, economic decline, natural disasters, and the collapse of the sugar industry brought operations to an end. By the late 1800s, Annaberg was no longer a functioning plantation and was eventually absorbed into what is now Virgin Islands National Park, where its ruins stand today.